Hello, believers of Christ. Hope you're doing well. So, today I'll be taking you guys through Genesis chapter 4, verse 21. And it says, his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all who play stringed instruments and pipes. Yeah, this is the origin of music. The origin of music, Jubal, the father of all music or all human music, Jubal. He basically created music or something, like Jubal. He's the goat of music. So this verse has 7 main teachings or lessons we can take away from it. The first one, music is a gift from God. Jubal was the first musician in recorded history, showing that music is an ancient and important part of human life and culture. Yes, Jubal, he created music or something, like he's the father of music, like he's the guy who thought like, wow, I can make music or something. This shows that God created music as a way to express emotions, creativity, and even worship, as seen in Psalms chapter 150, verse 3 to 5. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. Human creativity reflects God's image. Since humans are made in God's image, as we saw in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, episode 27, go check out that episode, it was so amazing. They are given creativity. Music, like other forms of art, is an expression of that God-given creativity. The third teaching, music can be used for good and evil. Here we go. Though music itself is neutral, it can be used to worship God or promote sin. Yes, as we see in the world today, there's secular music, there are different types of genres. There's secular music and worship, or godly music, or religious music. For example, like David used the harp to worship God, as seen in Psalms chapter 33, verse 2. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. But music was also part of idolatry. In Exodus chapter 32, verse 17 to 18. Yeah, those are examples of how music can be used for good. David used to play the harp. The Israelites used music in idolatry. Crazy how music can be used for good and also evil purposes. But hey, it's life. The fourth teaching, art and culture can develop apart from God. Jubal came from Cain's rebellious lineage, showing that human culture can grow without spiritual devotion. This is very powerful. I'm gonna repeat it. Jubal came from Cain's rebellious lineage, showing that human culture can grow without spiritual devotion. That's very powerful. This reminds us that not all artistic expression honors God. As we see today, there are so many artists, musicians who, whatever they make or do, it ain't spiritual devotion to God. It's something else. Crazy. The fifth teaching, God allows even the wicked to contribute to society. Although Cain's descendants were separated from God, they still developed skills and advanced civilizations. Yes. This shows that God's mercy allows even sinners to experience his blessings, as seen in Matthew chapter 5, verse 45. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. The sixth teaching, music has power over the soul. Very powerful. Music has power over the soul, guys. Music can bring peace, joy, sadness, or even spiritual influence, as we experience as humans with music. We experience different types of emotions and power of our souls, depending on the type of music we listen to. Another example, David's harp. David was playing the harp and he was driving away King Saul's evil spirits, as seen in 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 23. Yeah. That's an example of music having power over the soul. Man, and David was one of the greatest musicians. King David, for those who want me to give a better elaboration of David. King David was one of the greatest musicians in history. That's why I'm using him as an example and as a reference. This shows us to be mindful of the kind of music we listen to and create. Although David is a spoiler, we'll get there. Those are spoilers. I've said too much about David already. Man, those are spoilers. We'll get there. The last and final teaching, the seventh teaching. Music can be a tool for worship. The Bible commands believers to use music to glorify God, as seen in Psalms chapter 100 verse 2 and Colossians chapter 3 verse 16. Those are spoilers, we'll get there. This teaches us that music should ultimately bring honor to God. Yes, music should be used to bring honor to God, ultimately. That's the end game, that's the end goal, especially for us Christians. We as Christians should use music to worship God. We should make sure the music we listen to or create glorifies God. Very powerful. We should use music to glorify God always. We as Christians should be careful to what we listen to, because music influences emotions and thoughts. We should choose wisely. Yes, we should choose the music we listen to wisely as Christians. We as Christians should recognize that creativity comes from God. Whether in music, art, or writing, we should honor God with our gifts. Always. Yes. Honor God with our God-given gifts. Yes. We as Christians should understand that culture can develop apart from God. Not all human achievements align with God's will. We as Christians should appreciate music as a powerful tool. Music can heal, inspire, or mislead. We should use it wisely. We as Christians should encourage worship through music. We should sing, play instruments, or support Christian music that uplifts the soul. Yes. We should support Christian music. Always, all the time, we as Christians. We are called unto that. Because that's our genre. That's our type, man. That's the music we love. That's the music that helps our soul and gives us power. We as Christians should remember that talents are gifts, but how we use them matters. Every gift should be used for God's purpose, not just personal gain. So, this was the origin of music, guys. Now you know, Jubal, he created music or something. Yeah, so that's all that for today, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to listen to some Christian music right now, and as usual, God bless.